let's learn to hit this golf ball longer and straighter with driver, meaning more fairways and potentially lowering our score. We're going to talk through the setup and a feeling we can work to as a drill out on the driving range. So what setup do we like to see? Let's run through these points. So when we're always starting off with driver or with any club, in matter of fact, I like to start off with this cross section and this cross. In essence, we can start to create the same ball position every single time, so we can start to create good solid foundations in the golf swing. So what do I like to see? Ball position just inside the lead heel, width of stance just wider than shoulder width apart. We're swinging this golf club faster. We need a solid base. Now let's feel like we can set these shoulders. So club into the middle of the sternum. I want you to stand with the leg straight to begin with. Tilt until this club hits the inside of your lead leg. So you can see now I'm preempting this almost positive angle of attack. And for me here, once we're in this position here, we can just feel like we pin this right shoulder back and we're in a really nice athletic driver position. Very often when this ball gets forward in our stance, from down the line, you'd see these shoulders get a little bit open. So just be very aware that when we set these shoulders, we feel like we pin the right shoulder in and back. And this really allows us to facilitate a good setup position that if we can stick to and we can come back to, then we can be in a position where we're actually helping ourselves hit up on the golf ball. Because ultimately, if we want to become someone that hits it a long and a straight way down the golf course, we actually want it, if we're talking sentence to strike, we want it just above the sweet spot. This allows the ball to travel a little bit higher in launch, but travel with less spin and ultimately go a little bit further. So that setup there will really allow you to facilitate that more of a positive angle of attack and really allow you to create a nice sentence to strike, because we've got solid foundations to work around. If we're too wide, it doesn't allow enough weight transfer. If we're too narrow, we can be a little bit unstable. So we've got our nice driver set up, pin the right shoulder back. Now let's give this one a hit and we lead on to the second point. So this leads me nicely onto the second point, a really nice feeling to how we can learn to start hitting this driver a little bit more on the rope. We've got the setup, now we need a feeling to add to that. Let's change camera position. So we've got the key setup stations, we've got the width of stance, we've got the ball position, we've got setting the shoulders and pinning the right shoulder back. So we've got really good foundations in order to help create long straight drives. Like we said, is we don't want too much of a wide stance because it doesn't allow us to actually transfer weight and transfer pressure. Whereas now we've got a nice sufficient width of stance, which allows a nice blend of stability, but also transfer weight and pressure through. Now, let's get a feeling we can work to on the range with some apparatus which can actually help us hit it up into the air. So simply, let's place a basket 2 yards in front of us. Really nice and simple. Now the feeling we're trying to look for is, can we set up in this position and can we learn to feel like we launch this golf ball over this basket? So learning to create the bottom of the arc happening before the golf ball, not typically what happens, and I'm one of these people actually who struggles with hitting up on it, where the bottom of the arc happens on the down. Now we could still potentially get it over the basket by hitting on the down, but the feeling we want to create here is, imagine this basket was a big wall and we had to lift this ball over it, we would definitely be more likely our bottom of the arc happens before it rather than after it. Now the key thing here is we don't want to become too dependent on it, because we may learn to start scooping the golf ball. So the key thing here is, as we're doing this, it's remembering to be athletic, remembering to rotary through the shot and feeling like our belt buckle works down towards the target. And that's a really key point, because we don't want to stand here and just try and scoop the ball into the air. But I feel like we do this whilst being athletic through impact. Get the hips and the body rotating through. So let's give this one a go now. So the feeling is, basket in front of us, can I lift it over the basket while still being athletic? Because now we're looking to bottom the arc before the golf ball to allow us to hit up on it. So remember, to allow us to hit up on it, create some faster club head speed, but also trying to create a position where we hit this ball just above the sweet spot to get that high launch and low spin, which is exactly what we're after. So let's go straight from this top. Set up, ball position, just move the right foot out, nice solid base but not too wide. Leg straight, tilt until it hits the inside of our lead leg, pin the right shoulder back, slightly flex the legs. Now I've got ready legs in order to hit this shot. Keep it fluid and picture it over the basket. A little bit like that. So this is for me something I would work to on the range. I would maybe do 2 shots with the basket there, 1 shot without, 2 with the basket, 1 without. So we don't come too dependent on it and we don't lose that realization of what happens on the actual golf course. Thank you for watching. Check the setup, work towards the drill, and we'll start to see straighter, longer drives.